The podcast you are listening to of Holmberg's Morning Sickness is brought to you by my friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Trust me on this one. You've had barbecue before, but you haven't had it this good. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale, ericsfamilybbq.com.
When was the last time you had really good Texas-style barbecue? Eric's Family Barbecue, the way it's supposed to taste. Always delicious, never rushed, and prepared to perfection. Eric's Family Barbecue uses only 100% fresh meat, slowly smoked over mesquite wood until it's juicy and delicious. We all know their brisket is the best, but have you tried their pulled pork, pork ribs, or rib tips? Amazing, and their sides are all house-made. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Make the trip. You won't be sorry. Go to ericsfamilybbq.com for more information.
This man needs medical attention.
Holmberg's Morning Sickness.
The old method of treatment for a person in this condition was to throw him in jail.
We're still doing money, too. We got to give you guys some cash. How about that? We're going to do that at 8 o'clock and give a word out. And you text it. It's just that darn simple. Not sure what Toledo's words were yesterday and Friday.
Recovery.
Was that yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh, you got up and listened. You monitored. All right.
I happened to be in the car when that recovery. Yeah. Where was I heading? Oh, I was taking Kirby to school.
Yeah. Giving Kirby a little ride to the.
Yep.
Talk about the Kiss concert that she went. Did she wear Kiss gear to school on Monday?
Nope.
She's not allowed to wear Knights in Satan service clothes to the Gilbert Christian?
No. It's
uniform. Would they be proud of that? They don't know. That's what Kiss is, do they? You probably just
no. There's plenty of people that probably went to that show.
No, there's not.
I mean, I know of one family that went
to the Kiss show as a family.
As a family.
Ugh, I hate them. I don't know who you're talking about.
Family or Kiss?
The family. Kiss is for whoever you're talking about. Whether I've met them and liked them or not, I now hate them. The whole family. They're useless kids. They're worthless human beings. The whole family made a night of it at Kiss.
Yeah, I'm talking like 12 of them.
Oh,
12.
Yeah, my brother and his family, and we all went. It was a family outing.
Oh,
Did you
hate
go?
all of them.
I said no.
All of them. Are these people you're close with?
No.
Delete them from your life immediately. Oh, family outing to Kiss. Mormons don't know.
There's a lot of them.
They don't know it's Knights in Satan service. They're not. They're unaware of that.
Yeah, I don't know if Kiss even knows that.
Yeah, they do.
I know.
Yeah, I would think they got an idea.
You might be just finding out for the first time. Anyway, Austin says, I got an idea for the WNBA. If they're mobile, have them play down there on the border. Those Haitians and Mexicans will go right home. It's the best the U.S. has to offer. Scott Haynes says, we should do 10-cent beer night at all WNBA games. You might get a crowd, because 10-cent beers, and the game would look a lot better. That's probably true if you get plastered immediately. Like you have to have 7 or 8 shots to get in, and then you can walk to your seat.
Those broads wouldn't look any better, though.
No, not sexually. The game.
Okay.
We're not there for it. We know that there's not enough beer in the world to make the WNBA pretty.
Can't goggle up enough.
No, you can't. You blind people know.
John,
I'd ride to work with a blind over Megan before I go to a WNBA.
Go faster. John, there are currently 23 people in my Narcotics Anonymous group. So we would bring more money renting out the Footprint Center for our local meetings than the WNBA
for
would.
Sure. Look, there's tons of classrooms and groups of 15 or more that would make it so the Footprint Center's getting a value for what they're doing. And to be honest with you, I'd rather watch your narc recovery group play 40 minutes of basketball than I would any WNBA. We're competitive and we're professionals and need to be taken seriously. No, you don't.
John, careful where you put those women. You mentioned putting them in a parking lot. You sure you want a bunch of women with a basketball near all those cars?
Well, we'd move the cars. Trust me, there wouldn't be a lot of cars there. Because you're still, but the Mexican picnics at Granada Park, they park on the road anyway. I don't know what that's about. The parking lot's always empty.
They don't carpool.
No, Mexican people park on the street. Like they park all along 20th Street or whatever street that is. I don't know what it is. I don't know why.
Parallel park?
No, they're just right on the curb. Huh. The whole thing's just loaded. I'm like, oh my God, it must be a quinceañera or something. Because they have, and then you just see them on those public grills. I can't even say it. The vomit and pee grills. The drunken. I mean, we tried to. We got so drunk at a few of those places. Me and my friend Adam Boatsman were peeing on that, laughing, and then trying to light it, and then piss it out. There's urine from college idiocy at parks and high school jackassery that you're drinking Bartles and James, whatever you can get your hands on, and then you end up pissing on one of those grills, and there's a Mexican family celebrating Gustavo's 8th birthday.
Piñatas everywhere.
There's piñatas and candy and cow face meat on the grill. Somebody's got to let them in on this. It's us. Whitey pees on those constantly. We don't think anybody uses them. Then drive by Granada on a Saturday.
Not the only one that pees on them.
You probably have used a public grill. Brady has for sure.
In Montana, yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
In Arizona, no.
You've done it. You've gone to an apartment grill or a park
I've gone to one. Yeah.
And you ate the food?
Usually do it.
Oh, Brady.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I probably. I've had some urine dogs.
What would you do if you came over to my house and you're like, nice grill? Yeah, I found it in the alley. Would you eat?
Game on.
You would eat that. You're an insane idiot.
Now, the ones that I went
Fire
to, they
puts out
did.
germs.
They put foil over the grill.
Right. That's still
That was their.
public grill.
Yeah.
Still a public grill. If you put foil on a public toilet, it's still a public toilet.
You can grill on that.
Okay, who's ready? Nobody. What are you guys ready for? Dysentery? My stomach is cast iron. I'm like, yeah, because you eat on public grills. Oh, when they used to barbecue, I had an apartment complex, and you'd smell that barbecue going, like, oh, it's just, you're just burning evidence. Like somebody's DNA that would have solved a rape case was all over that grill.
John, you're big on elote. Where do you think it comes from?
Yeah.
It doesn't come from park grills.
It doesn't come from a park. Who's grilling elote? You're so white.
There's a designated area.
White
You know
people.
how I know you're white?
Pouring corn on a grill. Yeah. You got to grill it first. But, I've seen street corn done on the side of a shopping cart.
That's authentic, you said,
That's
right?
more authentic than the park grill. Public pools. The word public in front of anything is pretty bad.
John, after listening to your story of Megan driving you in this morning.
I don't know. I call it driving.
Made me realize my buddy and I got hammered on Friday. I mean hammered. Called my wife. She was our designated driver. I am now driving under the influence or Ubering every time.
I'm convinced one of the biggest reasons DUIs exist is because we don't want our wives to drive. You don't want a girl to drive you home. Oh, no way. I bet you, I would venture to guess every guy who's gotten a DUI has done it with a girl in the passenger seat that's probably in better shape than him. But you combo up some alcohol and girl driving? Oh, it was the worst. 48 miles an hour. I sent you, post those pictures. That's us on the freeway.
Oh, you want me to post that one?
Heck yeah. The speedometer. And then we get
Blazing.
to a certain point, and she hits the gas, and the car goes, wah, like the car's like, thank God. Wah. It's a noise. Like, yeah, I have more to give. And when you hear that, the car started to work again. Shut up.
Okay. I didn't zoom in. I didn't see your second picture.
That's us on the freeway.
What part of the freeway, though?
The middle.
Passing lane.
What's that one, 40?
40.
Yeah.
40.
She goes 40. I'm the one with the fake hip and a walker.
That was, you said it was on the flyover.
Oh, that's the flyover.
Speed.
Okay, that was going the other way.
Walking speed.
Well, then right after that, I'm like, the silver alert just walked by our car. Well, I found him, but we can't catch him. He's too fast on foot. We're in a car. I could have gotten out with my one leg and hobbled after him. Ridiculous. This guy says, I too can't stand my wife drive. She rides the brakes. She keeps one foot on it the whole time. Refuses to use cruise control and can't have the radio on. Too distracting.
Whoa. How does she function?
She shouldn't. I think a driving test, you should go, all right, here's what I need you to do. And you just blast the radio as loud as it goes and say, I need it to 90. What? I need you to get this car up to 90 miles an hour. You don't pass. And don't hit anything. But that's again. Do it. Do what I'm telling you right now. This is how the people drive. And get a woman to go 90 miles an hour for an extended stretch and then give her license. Every guy, you sat any dude down and said, get this car to 90 on the freeway and don't hit anything. Challenge accepted. We'd be like, all right.
Not Miss New Booty. She's 90 on the on-ramp. She is going.
Wow.
Yeah,
dangerous.
It's white knuckle
Very
riding with
dangerous.
I love her. But that's the only way you should be able to get a driver's license. None of this following the rules stuff. That's easy.
Does Ronnie ever drive you?
Rarely.
Yeah. Because why?
Same reason?
Fluctuator.
Oh, she's one of those. She's
Those are the worst.
that is the worst. They'll make you sick.
Yeah.
What
are we doing here? We just caught up.
She makes it obvious.
But I think we definitely add pressure onto them. Like the.
I don't want to hear that.
No.
We don't know that. Like, you think they drive normal when we're not in the car? There's probably times they're stopped and they don't even know it. They just get lost.
She's fast driver, though.
Yeah. But
so she lets off.
Yeah.
She lets off I don't understand that, letting off the gas. My friend Colin does that. And he used to make the car jar. Like, I don't like riding with you.
The tennis coach I had in high school, ready for this name, Wayne Wookie. You'd throw up on every away tennis match.
It rocks you.
Yeah.
You don't need that. Fluctuators have to know they're fluctuators. But what are you going to do? I'd take fluctuating at 70 over what the hell happened to me this morning.
Yeah.
In this, we might as well have one of those school bus stop signs hanging off the side of our car. We were stopped on the freeway for the most part. Just put your flashers on if you're going to drive that slow.
I'm going to get us there, and I'm going to be responsible.
Today?
That's what my mom always said.
I've never been in an accident.
You seen all the ones behind rear view, though? That's your fault. You're causing all those accidents.
I've never once been in a wreck.
Uh-huh. You've run into stuff, though, not people.
1 people and 3 or 4 items.
1 people.
She ran into a people once. A guy on a bike came out of nowhere. Well, that's her story. After this morning, I'm not so sure. I know she wasn't going so fast she couldn't stop in time.
I just remember the story. The guy, his wife, is sideswiping the Suburban next to her, and she's going, "What is happening? You're sideswiping the Suburban. Stop!"
I'm still going.
It's still going.
What's happening?
Yeah.
We're about to enter that car.
We have entered the car,
we're passengers.
and now we're midway down. Stop.
You're a passenger in a Suburban. In the driver's seat of our car, you're another passenger in that car. Stop the car. Well, my friend got that car. His wife that time said she didn't understand why the car it was on fire. You don't understand what's going on. The car's smoking. It's on fire. I think we've got a flat. Let's get a flat. She drove all the way down the 60, up the ramp, down Val Vista, to their house on Germain.
Oh, man, that's a haul.
Without a tire. People are honking.
Sparky.
Honking at me because the car's on fire.
You didn't pull over?
I wanted to get home.
Why? Drove all the way home on the rim till it burned off. The whole thing was on fire. Yeah, she didn't know. She thought it was acting a little strange. Wasn't going as fast as she'd liked. It was dragging a bit due to the lack of tires. Anyway, I'm never riding with her again.
John, I can't stand listening to this. In my house, my husband is the one that I'm constantly asking, do you know which one the gas pedal is?
Yeah. There's a few guys out there that drive too, but it's mostly you.
John, I have a theory. All fluctuators drive with flip-flops. They're constantly moving their foot. Ask Brady if Ronnie wears flip-flops while driving.
Flip-flopper? That's a good point.
That could be.
Anyway, that ride into work was the worst part of my surgery. And, Bret, if you don't take me home today, I got to look forward to it.
I got you.
God, that's a relief.
Texter's bringing it back around. All right, John, got to ask. Eat a Mounds or drive with Megan again?
Oh, man. Whoa. All right, here we go. This is a real debate. I think I'd take a bite of a coconut.
Wow.
Before I'd ride in that car.
311 concert or riding with Megan?
311 in the car.
311 playing live in the car. And I get to drive. Or Megan drives and there's no 311.
Right.
Yeah.
I think 311 would get mad. They finally have an attitude I could get behind. Car to the side of the road. Let a man drive. Please, please, please. 311 is right, I would say, for the first time ever. Pull over.
Wait a minute. Megan drives that Maserati and doesn't crack 40. Fire her. Fire her?
From driving the Maserati? Yeah. She won't use the sport mode on the Maserati because the engine gets too loud.
It's too loud. It's a waste of gasoline.
John,
what are you talking about? You're driving to Walgreens. Waste a little. Just let the thing breathe. I get in there. We were going 93. I drove a Maserati. It was a 51. We had to go to this thing a couple weeks ago, and I'm on the 51.
What is wrong with you?
Like, quiet. What are you talking about?
Oh my God! What, are you trying to go back in time?
What's wrong? What is wrong?
You're going
And her head keeps leaning over to see the speedometer. I'm like, knock it off. Sit in your seat and get there. We're going to get there. I'm like, I'm the only calm one in the car. You're the passenger. Calm down.
Slow down, please. 93.
Like, did you even feel it?
I didn't know this car could do that.
It's the sport mode.
That's why I don't use it. I don't want to go 90 miles an hour.
Like, it doesn't make you do it. You still have to use the pedals.
John, I don't know if it's as entertaining to you as it is to us, but how do you not narrate your entire ride to work like Morgan Freeman this morning?
Oh, because Morgan Freeman
was driving Miss Daisy.
Yeah, it is. Morgan Freeman doesn't say, the whole way. You need to step on it a little. Here we go. Anyway, so whatever. In 8 minutes, we'll give you a word. Brady, you've sat patiently long enough. It's time now for the Brady Report. It's brought to you by our friends over there at Hooters. It's Tuesday. They got all the lunch specials you could ever imagine, the happy hour stuff. Everything you've ever wanted from Hooters happens every day. Tuesday, they got the deals for, I think it's like $8. You get a whole deal. Lunch, right? Is that what it is? I don't know.
Something like
or
that.
$10.99 maybe.
There it is. $8 each, Brady. I was right. 11 lunches for $8.
Overpriced for Brady.
Brady, yeah, that's why you're out of business, my friend. You overcharge people. $8 a piece. Wash it down with an ice-cold Bud Light. 11 lunch specials at $8. You can't beat those prices. Thank you, Hooters and Bud Light. Brady, report it.
Good Tuesday morning to you, Phoenix. Hello, world. Happy National Neighbor Day.
Ugh. I like Michael and Troy, but let's not go crazy.
A poll asks 6,000 Americans, and only half of us trust the people we live next to.
Trust in what?
51% say they trust their neighbors. 17% said absolutely not. 22% aren't sure.
What am I trusting them with?
Yeah, that's a
like, are they going to rob me? Trust?
Exactly. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, hey, can you keep an eye on my house while I'm out of town? Sure.
I'm 50-50. The one neighbor on the one side of me, I'd trust him. The other one, not so much.
I trust Michael and Troy. I wouldn't even tell my other neighbors anything that's going on.
But they're on a different street, aren't they, almost?
Kind of. I mean, there's one that's on a different street, but they're still technically next to me. I wouldn't go. Do you go when you go out and, like, knock on doors and say, we're out, we need you to do this?
Who are you talking to?
Oh, you're right. What am I doing?
Come on.
Like,
I'm going to ask Norm. No,
like
don't answer it. Never mind. You're out of this conversation.
We already know the answer.
Normal people. You don't tell your neighbors.
No, I don't want them knowing anything about me.
Exactly. You don't want them knowing you're out of town.
No.
You do. You don't tell Kenny.
Only if I run into them and say,
right, which is every
going
day.
out of town.
Which is every 5 minutes.
If I run into them?
No, I had no idea when.
What do you want, Brady?
Why running into you here?
You mean in my house?
Yeah, that might have noticed the fam's backing up.
Can't wait for company.
Get ready to leave. Guys want to come over for some snacks before we go?
No.
Keep an eye on our place, would you?
You bet.
We've offered before. Like if they go out of town, you need us to take the trash out. Or
No.
Anything you need, just let us know. Yeah. And vice versa.
Sometimes Michael and Troy will text and say, we're not home. And there's a package on the porch. Will you get it? And I'm like, can I open it? And they say no. And I'm like, well, then it's going to sit there. I'm not interested in going and getting your stuff and having it.
Yeah, we've dealt with the package before.
Yeah, they'll ask me to do that. I'll pick it up and put it on my porch. What's the difference?
Couple of baseless fun facts.
Goes along with your friend's wife there.
Wait a minute. What? My wife was rear-ended on the 60. More Mormon teen girls have been deflowered at that Val Vista off-ramp than they can care to admit. What does that mean?
He's talking about your friend's wife that drove off got off at Val Vista. Yeah.
What does that have to do with Mormon girls getting deflowered? How was your wife rear-ended? I got to see.
Another one on text says, John, my wife backed out of the garage and hit my car in the driveway. Did she stop? No. Kept on going because she couldn't figure out why her car wasn't moving.
It's dragging. It was my fault getting the mail that one time. Megan hit the pillars in front of our old house.
That's right.
Pulled into the driveway.
Because you were standing there.
Turning right into the driveway. Passenger side took the brunt of the blow of one of the cement pillars at the end of the driveway. And I'm standing at the mailbox. I'm watching. You just hear... She pulls in.
What was that?
I'm like, I'm pretty sure you hit that thing.
That's your fault. You distracted me.
I'm like, I was getting the mail. I'm standing in the thing at the mailbox looking at this car coming in at 2 miles an hour and just slow skidding into the driveway. What are you doing?
And then continuing.
Oh, it's ruined. The car's ruined.
That's not ruined. We'll get that fixed, but you got to stop hitting that thing.
Well, if you weren't standing.
Okay. You mean like 15 feet away? Like, what do you do when there's cars on the road? How come I was such a distraction? I know I'm pretty, but come on.
God damn it, John, as a dog guy, please stop with the doorbell. They're going nuts right now.
No.
Who's at the door, boy? Oh,
There you go.
The Full Monty. A study found that the song Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites by Skrillex acts as a mosquito repellent due to its low-frequency vibrations.
Really?
Yep.
I found out that my blood type is A, so I'm not that O that everybody says is mosquito magnet. So I don't think that has any bearing on anything. Everybody's like, oh, if you're type O, you get... I'm like, I must be because I get attacked by mosquitoes. Found out, asked on Friday, blood type. I'm A positive, I think, or A. I don't remember. But it's not O.
You're not allowed to try to modify the weather in Colorado without a permit.
I'll stop.
The main reasons to keep ski resorts from doing strange things to try to make it snow.
Oh.
Sony makes a bulk of its money selling insurance. They offer life, auto, and health insurance in Japan, which is accounted for 63% of their profits. The electronics department operates at a loss.
Oh, wow. No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because I can't still find a damn PlayStation 5.
That's a good point. PS5s are tough to get.
Bob Barker is 1/8 Native American. He grew up on a Sioux reservation in South Dakota.
And we're just now finding this out. He's
I
100
guess so.
years
I
old.
never heard that. Here's the big debate that's going on. A new survey asked, and we really can't agree on the question that they asked. Next weekend, do you refer to it on Monday and Tuesday as this weekend or next weekend?
What are you talking about? Monday, Tuesday, aren't weekends.
Yeah, well, people were saying
So
when
if
you
it's
start
Monday-
talking about this coming weekend, do you say next
I see what you're
weekend
saying, yeah.
or this weekend?
This weekend. 'cause
This
we're
weekend.
past it.
And then you say yesterday.
Yeah. Or this
Or
past
40%
last
say it's this weekend, and 56%
Coming
said
up.
next weekend. 4% they weren't sure.
I
They always
usually,
have
yeah, I always throw in, I don't understand people. When it's just an opinion, have an answer. I don't know. You're an idiot. I think
Well,
if
they
it's,
both work.
Like today, if you said, oh, this past weekend, I always say this past weekend or
for last
coming up
for
this
last
weekend.
Yeah. But this weekend, if you say this weekend and next weekend, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, if I'm telling you a story that's already happened and I say this weekend and you're confused, I'm talking to a dummy.
Yeah.
You said this weekend. How's this happening?
Are you predicting this weekend is going to... Time!
Oh, yeah, it's 8 o'clock. Here's the word. Commute. The reason we have traffic problems in the morning, I'm convinced. No, it's because of Megan. I'm convinced of it. I had no idea.
You should text Jim the next time she drives you in.
Sharp, tell her, just cancel Danny Sullivan. She's going to be too busy today trying to figure out why there's a slow-moving statue. Thanks, Jim. There's some type of odd black tank going about 4 miles an hour on the 202, and it's been doing it for about 18 minutes now. We don't know if it's ever planning on getting off the road, but it's definitely causing a problem.
Huge line behind.
Yeah, there's a giant line, some type of odd parade behind a small black tank. Yeah, it's awful. But yeah, commute is the word. 97936 is how you get it in there. Commute. You've got an hour to figure it out. Dinero double down. Get yourself $1,000 today and another chance at it again on Friday for everybody who missed all week. Sign up and try to win. But the word is commute, 97936. Go get them, go.
Some major foodie news. Skittles is canceling green apple and bringing back lime. 30 years ago when it first rolled out, lime was the flavor. They replaced it in 2013 with apple.
Nobody noticed.
People are finally happy that the apple is gone and lime is back. Huge news.
I'll sleep better tonight.
Yeah, nobody cared.
They're gonna
Taste the rainbow.
Sell the same amount of bags today as they did.
Could you tell? I thought Skittles were more popular in the last 30 years than they've ever been.
Yeah.
Without lime.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known if the green was lime.
Of course
or
you
apple.
wouldn't.
That's because you pop a handful
Put
in your
all
mouth.
in your mouth at once. You're not doing, I want the
Flavor
lime.
explosion.
I just like this, how much it makes me spit. It creates spit. It's great. It's like tobacco.
Nestle USA just announced a recall on DiGiorno crispy pan crust pizza.
Uh-oh, are you okay?
It's a recall of 14 tons of it.
Whoa.
So if anyone...
The warehouse?
So Brady's warehouse that he emptied this weekend.
Yeah. There's a misbranding involved. Undeclared allergens. There's a soy protein in it that they didn't list.
Oh, so they can get sued if somebody croaks from the DiGiorno.
Mislabeled. Yeah, just the crispy pan pepperoni.
Brady, if there were only other options to frozen pizza out there.
Yeah.
Now what will people do other than pick from one of the other 58 choices of frozen pizza? Or, my God, how hard is this to get pizza in this nation? One of the 7,000 places you can order pizza and have it delivered to you. Jeez, this is going to be tough. Thanks, DiGiorno. What's your favorite frozen Italian pizza?
None.
A good one. You don't like any of the frozen ones?
You know what? What was it? I saw was it the home run in pizza that they sell frozen now and like Safeway and stuff.
Yeah, but you're talking about like those are pizzas.
Yeah,
not like in the box.
No, it's in the box.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
I thought those were those cellophane wraps.
No.
You're not a Freshetta guy?
No.
365 from Whole Foods.
I haven't had that one.
Oh, baby.
California Pizza Kitchen, Sicilian.
No kidding.
Good.
Those are good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, the 365 ones are actually thick, like the dough's good.
Yeah.
They're small. You don't get like a gigantic cardboard thing.
Is there enough cheese on them?
Oh, yeah. Those are good. I'm not a big frozen pizza guy, but we have it a lot.
Unless you're drunk, then it's not too bad.
I don't like them, but they're there. I used to love Stofers.
Those French pizza
French bread rolls.
Those are good, yeah.
That got me through high school.
Man, I got a taste for one of those.
Nah, no. Once I said it. Once I was thinking about
Damn
it.
Go get one.
I got a warehouse full of them.
I'll get you lined up.
Hey, by the way, let me be first on your list to not get sauce for Christmas this year. I'd like to know.
Oh, second.
Yeah.
Second.
Wait a minute.
We don't want it.
I love
All
your
right.
boys. Love your sauce. We got 4 bottles.
I got
and
a couple
2 bottles of
bottles
sriracha
still, too.
in our pantry.
I got some rub. I don't even know what to do with that. I'm all loaded
I'll get
up.
you some more rub.
I'm not interested. Thank you, though. I don't use it. I hate to waste. How many years do I have to give that away? I'm just going to give it back. I'm going to give it to Brady. Give you a couple bottles of sauce.
God dang it. We're going backwards. Now we got a surplus.
Hey, John, just in case you're wondering, it's been a little over 3 hours now. I'm following Megan. She just made it home.
Did she make it back? I haven't gotten the text yet. She must have needed gas again.
Alexander Smith claims he was sent back as part of a CIA operation. In 1981, he was sent to the future.
Okay.
100 years forward. And he's got photographic proof.
No kidding.
Yeah, he shows... I think this guy did travel, or he's still time traveling, because the picture of him is disturbing. You can see, of course, the photo isn't...
it's me.
You know, it's kind of pixelated and messed up, but the buildings are all wonky. He said, in fact, he's got the evidence that when he went back there in 2118, there are aliens that are amongst us.
Okay.
He said there's some things that he can't share for fear of getting in trouble because it was a CIA deal. But he says there's definitely a lot of missions to the moon and other planets going on, and we are in frequent contact with the aliens. They're not living there. They visit frequently. The last picture of them, too, is...
like, this is...
really...
This guy's an idiot.
Like photographs are going to be worse in the future?
Yeah.
I guess it's hard to get them back.
There are many threats to the human race. He does mention that global warming was a factor.
This looks like someone tried to draw me poor. Like, this is the local artist picture of me that I made fun of so many years ago. Terrible.
A little over-filtering.
Well, it's just awful.
This guy's an idiot.
He's an idiot. And you can't time travel. Again, argue with me all you want. If time travel was ever invented, it would always exist. Think of that, get meta with it for a second, and then realize I can't be wrong here. If it's ever been invented in any time, future, past, or now, it has always existed. Because once it goes backwards, it was invented in a different year. Because you just introduced it. Well, if they don't tell. Who's not going to tell they just invented a time machine? If Toledo's stumbling around there doing his woodworking in the garage and mixes some sort of a DeWalt thing with his son's vape pen, and then like a fire blows up, and you'd come back and tell everybody. You can't keep that secret. I met Jesus this weekend. Come on. And if you've got the formula to actually know where you're going to end up, where do you go? You got options.
Well, he's starting to talk a little bit. Maybe we'll find out more.
Well, and that's the other thing. He starts to talk and then says, well, I got some secrets because it was a CIA thing. Well, you've already told us that, so the biggest secret's out of the bag. Spill.
His Instagram filtering game sucks, though.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it's not good.
Also,
we know people that are good at it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to hear from Future Boy that, there's definitely global warming's a problem. Well, let's go back and fix it then.
Yeah, he said enough time.
Don't tell me to
don't
get
go
on.
100 years.
Yeah.
Go 10 and see.
Go back 100 years and go, hey, we need to make some adjustments here, and here with the technology I can bring you. Then you're screwing up the space-time continuum. All right, Star Trek, calm down.
We've got some radio videos. The first one is some quality horseback riding.
Okay.
There are couples doubled up on one of the backs of a horse.
This is going to hurt much.
Horse doesn't like him on there.
A couple on a horse?
Yeah.
I just met with Eric Bryan from New AC Unit and Precision. He got bucked off a horse like earlier this year and blew his arm up. He was all by himself in the middle of like...
Must have filmed that commercial before that.
Yeah, no, he's in great shape now, but I mean, it was a scary story.
I don't know. The video ends, and I'm not sure what kind of damage was done. Probably the girl's dead.
My dad's cousin.
Way to sell it.
Yeah, all
Way
right.
to sell it.
That should have been the lead. I'm in. How do you sneak that in at the end? Oh, he's bucking away. Doesn't like that. She should just get off, and down goes one, down goes two, and the horse is...
Right on her head, too.
Oh, the dude landed on
concussion
her.
protocol.
Well, that's not so bad.
No.
They're alive.
That's not so bad.
My dad's, I think it was his cousin, was a horse trainer and stuff. She was like super on horse. She got bucked off because a horse got stung in the nose by a bee, and it flipped back, landed on her and killed her.
2 Siberian tigers, male.
It doesn't look like Siberia, Brady.
Could be. You don't know.
I'm going with that. That could be on a reserve. And
Chamber of Commerce?
Or you could read the description that says 2 Bengal tigers.
Bengal. Okay.
Or that.
They're sisters, by the way. It's a bitch fight. It's a bitch fight. It gets better. Watch this move now.
Cat fight.
This side swipe. Boom.
Oh, that was a good punch.
Yeah.
Fight's not quite over.
Yeah, sisters Rita and Seed High.
And they're okay just sitting
One of them's
20
Rita?
yards away?
Well, yeah, there's no interest in that car.
Man, that looked like a science hall at Gilbert High. Oh, man, I'm telling you.
Wait a minute.
The bitch fights that happened over there.
Why?
Oh, yeah.
Women hate science?
I don't know, but it always happened in the science department.
Really?
Yeah. Ridiculous.
That is the strangest
It's true, though.
memory ever.
And that's when all the girls would all get mad at each other, and then the tops would come flying off and all that kind of
Really?
stuff. Oh, yeah. The
Did
girl
you
fights
think
are
of
the
that
best.
because of Gilbert Tigers? And you're like, I remember when Tigers used to fight.
No, I just remember it just looked like a big bitch fight.
Wow.
It's true, though.
There's a lot
weird.
more
It was the
history
science
there.
department, too, man. It always did it in.
Science.
Tops would come flying off.
Yeah.
And, of course, all the guys are, like, trying to hold the teachers back and stuff like that.
Right.
And you went to Gilbert when it was mostly Mormon.
Yeah.
And a lot hillbilly.
The Mormons fought?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
so
It was, yeah.
science was not an option over there. They hated it. They were mad at science. A lot of fights start over there in science when Jesus gets questioned. At Gilbert.
Question Moroni, and then we got some problems
You're
up in
putting
there.
it together. That
Somebody-
makes a lot
Evolution. Who
Yeah.
said that?
Yeah. Somebody dared say Big Bang something or other. Look out now.
This is a lady on a rental scooter
Okay.
on the mean street. She doesn't hit the intersection well.
Oh, she's not on it anymore. Now momentum has carried her a good.
Wow. She's got no balance.
That's how Megan stops a car.
There's not much of a say.
Yeah, but that's going faster than your
Yeah.
car was
Oh, yeah,
going.
no. It's going. It's going forward. It has forward momentum, so it's much faster.
Wow.
Really didn't seem that fast.
No,
but
8-9 miles an hour. She just jumps off, and momentum carries her into the road. That is
Face plant.
remember I told
only
you
happens to a drunk man. Mm-hmm. A guy would just hop off and land.
the
That's
next
pretty good.
one is I told you when I was in Florida in last March they got a deal. If you catch a python, you get $25 a foot.
Okay.
And you're like, this is how excited some Floridians are about
There's gonna
catching
be
them.
cussing in this, Brady.
I don't
No, not
think
this
so.
one.
You're sure?
Yeah. But this is at night. The dude jumps in the water, pulls one up. Look how many times it bites him. Once in the face.
No way. Oh, my
Guy
God.
puts it around his neck now to clamp onto his wrist.
Praise God.
Praise God.
$25
yes,
a foot.
Absolutely. Praise God. How many feet was
He
that?
probably got
$200.
Yeah,
It's not that
$200.
big.
Praise
oh,
God.
my God.
Praise God. And the last one is for people in the restaurant business. They can appreciate this. Delivering the food, the big tray of food over.
Can you guess what's going to happen, John?
Yeah, I already see
There's
this one.
cornholing in the middle of the restaurant. So she's going right over the cornhole board. Didn't somebody puts cornhole in the middle of the walkway?
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty good stuff. All right. Did you guys see that video that went around ASU this weekend of the Multicultural Center?
Uh-oh.
Did not.
2 white kids went into the Multicultural Center, and I will play devil's advocate on this. They went in with Chick-fil-A cups. One kid has a shirt on that says, "I did not vote for Biden." And the other one's in a Bass Pro Shop shirt. But an African-American girl and a Mexican girl lost their minds. That white is not a culture. This is the only place you're not allowed in here. And it went totally viral about, like, how ridiculous. And it's so politically correct and then woke to a point of being stupid. It's mind-blowing.
You're wearing something disrespectful.
No.
to the
And the guy had a black.
Does seem like
he had a police. It was a little bit of Police Lives Matter, but they were minding their own business. They were sitting there studying in this giant thing. It's a multicultural center. You're not allowed in here, and basically, and they're not doing anything wrong. They just have the Police Lives Matter thing is what makes
offensive.
Like they're
Police
offensive,
lives
and then they
matter?
start calling them white supremacists.
We're just trying to do school.
What?
You guys have the same sticker of the other.
But this is our space.
This gets so
We've
out
got
of control.
a Police Lives Matter sticker, and we're getting kicked out. Can't do school. Nobody's you just said we have to leave.
No, I said you're making this space uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable.
But you're white. Do you understand what a multicultural space? It means you're not centered.
White's not a culture?
No, it's not a culture. It's white is not a culture. Say it again.
This is the future, where nobody can even just have a differing opinion on something and not actually be confrontational.
You have no.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine just looking at someone with a shirt on? And you're like, I do not like that shirt. And can you imagine getting through your day without confronting them? Oh my God, it must be miserable to have your phone on all the time and say, this person's wearing a shirt I disagree with. I have to say something. Being viral is more important than being right. And they did it, man. This thing's huge. It's gone crazy. And it goes on for like 7 minutes, and it gets more and more absurd.
I feel bad for you guys having kids growing up and all this
and
crap.
this mess? Yeah, this sucks. Is a disaster. Instead of just saying, look at those idiots over there. Anyway,
but
not affecting my day.
Nope.
They have to let it affect their day.
They're doing their schoolwork with a sticker and a shirt.
Yeah,
Who
that's
cares?
it. That's it. But think. You don't have to confront everybody.
Right.
But we've gotten into this. Everybody's it's funny because nobody wants police. But they're constantly policing everybody for being in the,
Yep.
You disagree with me camp. If you get a chance, watch that. It happened at ASU this weekend. Put it up on the Facebook. And have an opinion on either side, because I do too. I looked at it. I'm like, all right, you guys went in there with those shirts on just to see if anybody'd say anything. We'll go in, we'll mind our own business, we'll see if anybody says anything. And when they did, they kept their cool. But you can kind of see why. But these girls were so like, it's typical white cis male behavior to think that you own everything. You have the entire campus. All we have is this. And neither of them said, you guys have the whole campus too.
Right.
It's like it's a pretty nice campus. I thought we could all use the same room.
Giant campus.
No. It's weird. So being woke is like everywhere now. It's annoying. Hilarious though. But I watched that about 4 times. By the way, somebody says Bret's correct. Science department fights every week.
See, I told you. It wasn't just me.
Bitches got real in the science department at Gilbert. No reason why.
There isn't.
Science. It's Mormons plus science equals fights.
Don't question Moroni.
Because if you had one kid in there that didn't believe, that said, well, science says blah, 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 and contradicts everything you've been taught in church, and then that thing after school you got to go stand in, of course they're going to fight you. And most of the time, when a religious person fights you, it's because you made too much sense to them. And now they have to fight. I don't like all this logic. Stop it. You get slugged in the nose for it. Science Center at Gilbert.
Brutal.
Pretty awesome.
The octagon.
Reminded Bret of two Bengal tigers fighting it out.
That sounded the same, too, in that.
It's 8:16. There you go. The only difference is, I like the fights when girls fight where hair weaves fly.
That's at the Multicultural Center.
That's Multicultural Center. Usually the hair weaves will start moving around. There's that one classic one on the internet where the gas station, where one girl goes and just the first thing is there's a boob out. Like a boob flops out of a gas station fight every time. And then a hair weave flies. And then they're on the ground and then hair just starts showing up. You don't know where it's coming from, but hair weaves are everywhere. Extensions and all that. Love those.
Usually those are the boobs you don't want to see.
You don't want to see the
ones
flop
at the
out.
gas station fights.
They're out of control boobs.
Flapjacks.
Literally flop out. You don't want to flop boob. There you go. That is your Brady Report, brought to you by Hooters and Bud Light. It's 98 KUPD.
98.
Oh, my gosh.
98.
Shut the front door.
KUPD.
You've been listening to Holmberg's Morning Sickness Podcast, brought to you by our friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Eric'sFamilyBBQ.com.